I see Rainy in the door.
You might be too loud.
Okay, Karen. Liz! Oh my God,
Is she coming?
Yeah.
She's trying to make it in the snow?
She's like, you have dandelions?
No.
Charlotte!
She's still struggling.
That's all right. Look at you go.
She's gonna start falling through the snow.
What are you doing? She's an alpine. She's like, I was bred for this. Charlotte! What are you doing? You're so pretty. Come on. Moo's watching from the door thinking you're absolutely bonkers. Charlotte! Charlotte! What are you doing? Are you being nosy?
Oh, she's totally falling through.
A little bit, not too bad. Oh my gosh, Rainy. I don't know if that's a good idea, Rain. Rainy! Oh, what do you smell, Char? Taking the babies on an adventure.
She is. She's taking the babies on a walk.
Rainy. You coming too? Come here, Rainy. Come here, Rainy.
Nope, she's not coming. Charlotte's like, who's that I hear?
That's Pie. She sees Pie. Come on, Char. You see Pie Pie? You see Pie Pie. Hi, sweet girl. Oh, what do you smell? Hey, Pie. Oh, sure. Put the sign down. They said it'd be so easy.
Oh, will it not come down? Do I need to go get the drill? Don't hurt yourself.
No. Okay, super easy. Take two.
Okay, I got it. I got it.
Mm-hmm.
It's down. We'll get the screw out later.
Don't you hate when you need a man to do something that a girl should be able to do?
Gets loud in the country sometimes out here.
Yeah, I mean, listen to this wind.
I know. Here's the sign.
Thanks.
Sorry.
Oh, you're making too much noise.
All right, so it's official. Last night on our Zoom call with the town, they approved, they sided with us, they supported our vision of bringing a small farming town project back to Salem. So it's official. The store, the open to the public store, we don't know hours, we don't know any of that, will be open hopefully this season.
Mm-hmm.
Our goal is by the spring. But we did have one hater. We get haters on YouTube all the time, people that don't want to support you, and we got one in real life on the Zoom call, and Erin almost
Had
lost.
to be reined back down to planet Earth.
Yeah, so you had to go, she did have to calm me down. It's upsetting when somebody doesn't want to support your vision, but you can't please everyone.
Okay, so what's upsetting is when they go and they say something that's blatantly false about the project that, the vision that we have, and start complaining about how, they moved to the this rural area for the peace and tranquility that, our town has, and accuse us of wanting to disrupt that quietness by hosting small group snuggle events with a bunch of baby goats and opening a 220 square foot farm store.
Right, so I think the confusion came from my presentation. I put the word "and more" because as a business person, you don't want to be pigeonholed into you can't grow your business. Right,
so you're cutting half my face.
Sorry, there you go. I couldn't see.
This isn't my good side, though.
Okay, both sides are good. And so that's why I put "and more," because you never know, right? We want to do baby goat snuggles, our soaps and lotions and lip balms and swanky sauce in our little store, and maybe how to raise chickens. We don't do that class now, but maybe we will. So you didn't want to be pigeonholed, but the "and more" left me open for questions and concerns from the
Peanut
gallery.
From the Karens of the world.
Right.
Sorry if your name is Karen.
Yeah, we have no idea.
That's an unfair characteristic of Karens who
but
actually
it's meme culture, right?
Aren't mean. Yeah, it just comes from like social media. Being called a Karen means that, you're just overly sensitive and like outwardly harsh to other people who you know nothing about. Sorry to the real Karens who are nothing like that.
So I'm not sure where this meme culture came from, but we're going to go through a couple of these that are floating all over the internet. This Eminem one is hilarious. Check this out.
Sorry, I called you Karen. That's my
It's
name.
funny that her name was actually
Sorry,
Karen.
your name is Karen.
And this lady,
I'm putting you on citizen's
oh my
arrest
goodness.
Are you
right
serious
now.
for what?
She parked too
Because
close.
look how close you
He
parked.
parked
Okay, I'll
too
move my
close to
car.
her. I mean,
No,
seriously,
you're
she
not
loses
moving
her
your car.
mind.
We're staying right here till the cops
And this
come.
lady, that is not
Recording me now?
a Doberman. I
Hey,
mean, seriously.
internet.
And this fake
This
bite,
man
I
and
mean,
his Doberman just
come on
attacked
now.
me and my
That's
Chihuahua.
crazy.
It's not a Doberman. What are you doing?
He just bit me.
No, he didn't.
Help! Police! Someone call the police! Help!
Now Scott here, this one, this is
What?
this.
I'll call you
I
back.
can kind of
Hey,
side
I
with the
have
lady a
seen
little
you
bit because there
around this
are
neighborhood
laws
too
about
many
how
times.
loud
It's
your car could be.
ridiculous. Your
However,
car is
he has the right to
insanely
drive his
loud.
car in any neighborhood he
No,
wants.
no.
Obviously, as long as it's not a gated
There are
community and
children
stuff like
that
that.
live in this
But
neighborhood.
you know,
need to
if his
drive
car's too
somewhere.
loud,
I'm
the
calling
police could
This
get
is insane.
involved.
Don't you even think about going anywhere.
But it's a
I'm
car.
calling right now. This
It's
is
actually
insane.
like
You
a
cannot
Ferrari
be
or a
driving this loud
Lamborghini, so
car
it is going to be loud,
in this
but it's
neighborhood
not
at all hours.
overly
I'm
loud,
calling
like
right now.
above the
Don't you
legal
even
limit.
think
So
about going
he
anywhere.
should respect the loudness, but she's actually if he just wants to drive in the neighborhood.
No, what are you
And
doing?
then this lady's
I'm gonna
back.
move
I
my
mean,
car right
she
now. Get
literally
out of my
tries
car.
to climb into his
park this
car
close to my
to
car,
take
get
his
away with
phone
it.
There's literally
because he
room for
parked
you
too
to walk.
close to her.
No, we're gonna stay right here till
Some
the cops
people,
come.
I mean, it's just ridiculous. Goats are not loud. So you were able to rein it in, bring it back to
just
like, whoa, wait a second. We're not
I
making
just
noise.
explained in my nice, calm way that she was wrong.
Exactly. And I don't know why, but it kept going back to you took down all the trees. That was 8 years ago. 9 years ago. That project only lasted 60 days. Of course, it made a lot of noise, but it was our right to do.
Mm-hmm.
And we left a 50-foot buffer all the way around our property of trees.
Except in the front.
That was untouched, except in the front. So in
Yeah.
the end, it's like,
They
you know
don't
what?
even live on our road either, so like the traffic concern,
Not
the
there.
car concern, yeah.
Yeah. So for the good news, the town sided with us. We will be open eventually in the spring. And this is just, it's exciting, you
It's
know?
super exciting.
Super.
It was really fun too because we shared the Zoom link with some of our COVID crew, our quarantine crew, I should say. And they were all behind the scenes rooting us on and private messaging.
So, it was nice to see that our moderators, Tina and Brenda, were actually in the Zoom town meeting link with us. They've been with us for years on the YouTube channel. We felt it was appropriate. Like, you guys want to join? They were. Obviously, nobody said anything and jumped in, but in the end, the town did not
Felt
think...
like I was reining them back too, though. Like,
Right, oh yeah.
Don't say
No.
anything. Everybody sit on your hands. Don't raise your hand in the Zoom meeting. Like, I have something to say.
No, the phone was definitely blowing up. I mean, we could have had thousands of people supporting us on the Zoom meeting.
I don't think that would
but
have helped our
it,
cause.
It wouldn't have helped. It was more like, let's keep it quiet. It's a quiet neighborhood. Our goal is not to make a lot of noise. Oh, noise.
Careful.
Hang on.
Big noise. Oh, they might be coming here.
Nope.
Just kidding.
Yep, big
Just
noise.
a heating truck, you know,
Yep.
oil.
So that's it. That's really all we wanted to say. I know a lot of our Facebook and close community already knows the outcome of this. We're super excited. It's now time to get
and I
ready.
actually want to thank everybody for that outpouring of support because we were really excited and pretty nervous about the whole project. You know, like if we can't really buy stuff to remodel the store because what if we don't get approved? That's just a waste of money. We'd have to return everything.
Yep.
We did go out and buy the windows and doors. We kept them in the livestock trailer just in the event, you know.
We
you
had
don't
to
wanna
return
plan-
them.
You don't want to plan for the negative, but you know, we have to be realistic too.
Right.
But to see everybody else's outpouring of support was like, it was a bit overwhelming last night between
It was.
getting the news that we were approved and we posted it on Facebook as soon as we knew.
And then Rob and Jenna showing up with surprise champagne was pretty cool.
Yeah, and then posting that message on Facebook with, you know, hundreds and hundreds of people who reacted to it and commented to it within the first hour. It was just like that one person who possibly could have affected the outcome. There were hundreds of other people who support us and are happy for like what our future can be with this news.
Right. And for those of you that actually know what goes on in town, we've been doing what we're asking to do for 3 years
And
already,
nobody's complained.
and not a single person's complained.
Right.
So the complaint was unjustified. It's already being done.
Just
And
asking for permission now.
now, yeah, yep. So then the Karens of the world can't stop us. Is basically it.
Right.
By the way, we have to replace that sign. The sunflower thing is old.
So outdated.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it
let
is.
me get on that.
Okay, sure.
me get
She's
on
gonna go replace the sign. I'm just kidding. That is not on
Not
the
on my
list.
list of things to do
Yep.
today.
And we're gonna let you enjoy the sounds of the farm while we head back to work.
It actually sounds like sounds and a little bit smells like spring today.
It does.
Smells like kidding season in the barn.
Yep.
I'll tell you, there's a distinct smell. I can't tell you what it is, but it smells like kidding season. Come on, Stells.
Bring this one out there.
I got it.
Daddy got it. That done goes all by itself.
Quinny, can you grab the pool skimmer up there? Yeah, we got a couple beetles and stuff floating in it. I'm getting it nice and clean for you. Okay, and then you can have a drink. Ready? Go ahead, you can have some. See, they clean like clean water. Oh, it's good, huh? That's good, right, Greta? Oh, yum, 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 yum. What?
So hot.
Yeah, here you go.
I want to put it on my face.
Because we're somewhat professional now.
You like that? I don't have any more. I'm sorry.
Don't do it.
Don't do it. You're gonna get in trouble. Oh, honey, you got some poopy on you now. That's all right.
These are girls.
This isn't gonna end by kick. Too early.
you want me to
Too
take it?
early. You can. I keep running out when I get over here. Oh,
Come here.
Gia, go see.
Come here.
Look right here, Gia.
I'll get some pets.
Oh, hello. Hey, hey. Yeah.
Just a boy.
Aaron and Liz, my wife, we own Simon Says Farms. We established Simon Says Farms in 2012 when we moved from Colchester to Salem. The old Corral property, if you remember the old daycare, this property looked like this when we purchased it back in 2012. And over the last 8 years or so, we have converted it into this. It's a family farm. We have goats, chickens, rabbits, things like that. It's meant for us, for our family. But unfortunately, COVID has changed that plan. And with my unemployment from the technology industry, we have pretty much turned it into our full-time job. And Justin and I have been talking for a little over a year of how to convert this into more of an agricultural farm property here in Salem. So our goal is basically, we're looking to convert from a residential property to an agricultural property, which will then in turn allow us to convert our current 12 by 24 shed into a small farm store. On top of that, we would like to do small events and classes such as goat yoga, baby goat snuggles, how to milk a goat, goat husbandry classes, and others, maybe how to raise chickens, things like that. This is the site plan. I've submitted all this to you guys today. And right there in that little red circle is the 24 by 12 current chicken coop that would be converted to this little small farm store where we could sell our farm products. Now you might be wondering, oh, actually I'll start here. This is that current building. It needs a complete remodel, new doors, new windows, everything. And on the right-hand side, you can kind of see a little bit of the desired floor plan. It's got a double French door in the front to allow a lot of room for people to come in. And basically think of a dining room table in the middle. They can see our soaps and lotions. We do not make cheese. And it would have a little counter where we could ring people out. And for bathroom purposes, we were doing a porta potty rented seasonally. And then there would be another exit door out the back to go into a little goat viewing area where people can go out there and see our goats. The goats would obviously stay in the green part. So then the next part is our products. You might be familiar with some of them, but we do make a lotion. We also own Swanky Sauce. You might have heard of it. It's been sold at Salem Prime Cuts and Knowles and Big Y and Stop and Shop for the past 3 years plus, but it's made in New Haven, Connecticut at a commercial kitchen. We just own the brand. We do not make it on site. The other products are now soap. We have 3 different lines of soap, and we're very well known for the super fancy high-end, my wife's the artist here, in the premium artisan soap that we make. And it's very difficult to sell online when people cannot smell and get an idea of what it really looks like other than a flat 2D picture. In closing, really the history, we've been in the day newspaper, we've been on Fox News numerous times, and most recently, which was just brought to our attention by one of our YouTube followers, that we are actually in Wikipedia under Salem history right there, which we didn't know until about 2 weeks ago, that Wikipedia talks about us as one of the biggest, longest running farms in Salem behind the Cabot Cheese Farm that closed in 2004. We thought that was kind of hysterical, seeing that we're not even a real official farm based on the agricultural zone. So I just want to thank you guys for this time. We're open to any questions you guys might have.
Are there any questions from the commission members? I don't see any questions. Justin, you want to bring anything to our attention about the plan?
And let's see here. Yeah, everything else has essentially been met in that sense.
Okay. Any questions for Mr. Simon from the commission?
I have a quick question. Justin?
Yes.
Can you tell me about the wetlands?
Sure. So, and that's actually another thing I was going to point out. I completely forgot. There are actually no site changes proposed on this property. Nothing is changing on the ground. Only the use is changing. Aaron, do you want to jump in on that too, just to confirm that as well?
Yes, that's correct. The wetlands is just a small pond off in the corner, but nothing's changing on the grounds, just the use.
This is Justin again. There's a section there's a portion of this section of the regulations that says anytime that this zone is applied for, if there's wetlands on any portion of the property, it has to be referred to the wetlands agent. And I believe Matt's interpretation was because nothing is changing, nothing's expanding, nothing is going towards the wetlands, that it was approvable in that sense.
And my wife actually just reminded me, Matt actually measured the map too, and our chicken coop / let's turn it into a farm store is so far away from the pond, he wasn't worried about it.
It's Steva. Can I ask another question? Aaron, do you plan at all on having any other livestock on that property?
But we might have a cow, we might do pigs at some point. I'm not sure. It should all fall into that agricultural zone anyways.
And this is Justin again. On that note, the way the property is currently zoned, which is RUA, they are permitted to have livestock without this zone change.
Presumably the chickens and ducks are getting a new coop?
Yes, that is correct. They will be relocated to a small duck chicken coop.
That is exciting. That's new development in Salem, so that's very good.
Yes, the ducks are probably happy about that.
All right, is there anything else for Mr. Simon? He has the floor. I see no questions from the commission, so I guess we, at this point, should close the public hearing. That here to close the public hearing?
Once again, we need public comment first.
Is there anyone from the public who would like to comment on the Simon's application? I see a hand up from the Aube family. Aube,
Yes, hi. Yes, we are the Obies. We live on Way Road, and we do have a few questions since it's kind of in our backyard. First of all, how many cars or what kind of traffic are you talking about for this this place and these ideas? Is there a maximum number of people or cars or vehicles?
Mr. Simon, did you hear the question?
So do I get to answer that? For our events, currently we are limiting all our events to 25 people. So our goat yoga and our goat husbandry and all those classes or events will be 25 or less. For the store itself, it'd just be like if you've ever been to Cato Corner or Blue, who was some of the other dairy? Oak Leaf or any of those. I mean, there's 4 or 5 or 6 cars in the parking lot at most on a typical, Saturday or something.
So
what would your
are there going to be
I'm
like,
sorry.
2 people were talking.
Go ahead, Miss.
are you guys planning on music or microphones or speakers or anything like that? Because
Not
I'm
planning
a little
on it.
concerned about a sound barrier. I'm kind of concerned about a sound barrier since you guys cut everything down for your property.
Nope, not concerned about it at all. We're not planning on doing any this isn't a wedding hall or parties or anything like that.
All right, I was just wondering because when you did your goal list, you talked about the classes and the yoga and so forth, and then you said and more. It's just kind of curious about what the and more might include for the
So when you
future.
run a business, you never want to pigeonhole yourself into not being able to do something. So the and more was what I said about maybe teaching people about ducks or maybe how to make soap or things like that.
Well, I guess that about answers that. I was just concerned about the size of the crowds, considering we are in a rural neighborhood and we've all chosen rural and Salem for that very reason. Just kind of concerned about that. That's all.
Thank you, Mrs. Obey. Aaron, so since you're looking for a waiver on the parking plan, what would your car capacity be?
Currently, right now, I have 2 parking areas. One's 13 and the other is 5. And there's no reason I'm not allowed to park cars on a field. And I can probably put about 40 in that field if I wanted to. So, but currently right now we have 2 parking areas that are pre-paved, that one is 13 and one is 5, which is also listed on the map I provided.
Okay, and you're self-capping your events at 25 people. So you're self-capping your events at 25 people.
That's what that's exactly what we're doing. 25 people for the goat snuggles and the goat yogas and things like that.
Okay. Yeah, Miss Obey, I see your comment there that 40 cars in the field would exceed the 25 people max. That's his capacity. He intends to keep it to 25 people max apparently. So even though he has additional capacity for parking.
Can I,
he doesn't
I'm
intend
sorry,
to use
can I just add something real quick? Just because we can
that.
have 40 cars doesn't mean we're going to have,
Right.
you know,
I was
80 people. We know what's best for our animals as far as what they can handle, and I would never put them in a situation that they'd be uncomfortable with. And we've determined that a crowd of 20 or 25 people is really what they can handle and what our barn can handle, so that everybody has a good time. Simply said, we just want to be able to give back to the community. We're big on sharing with the community. We've brought our goats to the preschool over at Salem Elementary School. I've brought them to a children's museum down in Niantic. It's all about education. We're not really looking to stir up a quiet neighborhood. This crowd isn't going to be any louder than my bucks are during rut. So, you know, the neighbors' roosters are going to make more noise than our little goat snuggle sessions. Those people are here to enjoy the quietness that they don't have in their own town. They're here to get away from their stressful lives and snuggle with the babies. So we are not looking to add noise at all. We're just looking to give people the experience of being on a farm.
Get it off. Oh, Candy. Oh, Candy, come on.
And that concludes tonight's debate.
Okay, thank you. Commission members, are there any more questions for the Simons? Okay, I don't see any other questions. Is there anybody else from the public who would like to say something? I'll give you a moment and see if your hands pop up. So I guess that's it. I guess we should close the public hearing. I don't see any other hands up among our attendees. Any other questions from the commission before we close?
I move to approve ZMA 21-01.
I'll second it.